All right, everyone, and welcome back into the cave. We continue to follow the Hartford Whalers on their journey, their quest to the Stanley Cup playoffs. And yes, we said Stanley Cup playoffs because we are just trying to scratch and claw our way into a playoff spot at the moment. Currently, our record is 39, 24, and 7. We are fourth in the division, fifth in the conference, and ninth overall in the NHL. Mike Kelly is currently 10th overall in points in the league, so having a good season there with a total of 88 points as we continue to make our way towards the playoffs. In this episode, we will see 6 games, as I mentioned in episode number 9. We have 12 games left in the season as we, again, continue to try to make our way into the playoffs. All we need to do is pick up ties and maybe a couple of wins to hold on to that second to last wild card spot and try to hold off the Florida Panthers. So in this episode, we are going to see the Tampa Bay Lightning. So we'll be on the road to take on the Tampa Bay Lightning. And then it's 5 games at the Mall. We'll be at home for Detroit. Toronto, we'll see Mr. Fetto, who we traded in episode 8. When we take on Buffalo at home, we'll take on the Anaheim Ducks. And then, of course, we'll end the episode with the Montreal Canadiens. So I see some total opportunity to get some points here. Buffalo struggling, Detroit struggling, Montreal also struggling. So going to give us some opportunities to get some points on the board and get that much closer to the playoffs. Some key things that are going to have to happen for the team moving forward. We are going to have to get some performance out of our third and our fourth lines. So it's going to be important for Keller, Lamprey, Swift to really come up big here in the last 12 games. And also it's going to be important for both of our goaltenders to do their jobs. So really going to have to try to keep the puck out of the net is the best way to put it, okay? Simo, DJ, really going to have to step up and do their job. And of course, the main thing is for us to stay healthy. All right, we can't have any injuries. So, you know, the Connors and the Feeneys and those guys who have missed the last couple of weeks, really going to be important to keep them healthy. So it might keep them out of a game or two here just to boost their health back up and make sure that we are ready and geared up for hopefully a solid playoff run. So, with all that being said, let's go ahead and make our way into the studio. We'll take a look at tonight's game against the Tampa Bay Lightning, and then we'll roll right into the episode. All right, so here we are getting ready to take on the Tampa Bay Lightning. This has been a tough team for us all year. We are 1-2 against them on the season. In the last game played, I think they gave us a bit of a whooping 4-0. First star of the last game, of course, was their goalie, Jonas Johansson, who had a shutout. So excellent job for him. They've been a tough nut for us to crack all year. So hopefully we can get something done in this game. In the straight-up matchup over here on the right, well, we'll take a look at that in a second. Let's kind of roll through. We're 39, 24, and 7. This team is 8-1-1 in our last 10 games. So we have been on fire. I don't want to jinx that, but we have been playing much better hockey. Pichek has been scoring. The professor has been scoring. We've been seeing some action from the third and the fourth line, who I kind of called out here in the preview, but really hoping to see that continue as we move forward. We've also seen some action from the 2 gentlemen that we traded for. Albi Kubel, he played well in that last game, and we've seen some scoring off the defensive line, so hopefully we can continue that. Tampa Bay, they are 47, 19, and 2. So they're having one heck of a season. They're 10-0 in their last 10. So these guys are rolling. They're on a heater. Between the pipes, they'll have Andrei Vasilevsky, 53 appearances, 33 wins, .911 save percentage, and a 2.94 goals against average. And between the pipes for the Whale, Simo, 55 games played, 32 wins, .90 save percentage, and a 3.05 goals against average. In the straight-up matchup, yeah, they've got us in every category. They are whooping us, all right? Goals against, 2.84, very good defense. They're also a very good offense, third in the league. Team leaders in scoring, Mike Kelly with 88 points, and of course Kucherov with 83 points. So very important that we, again, stay disciplined, stay healthy as we move into the next 12 games. Hopefully we can come out of this 6-game set with, let's go with 6 points. If we can go 3-3, that might lock up a playoff spot. If we can get more than that, that would be great. We've got a couple of weak games coming up, so hopefully we can score, and get some wins. So again, with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into the Amalie Arena. We're actually on the road for this one. We're going to go to the Amalie Arena in Tampa to take on the Tampa Bay Lightning. All right, so here we are inside the first period. Time ticking away pretty quick. Not much happening here in the first 5 minutes or so. Rolling down towards the halfway point. And Gensel gets the goal on the board. One past Simo, so it's 1-0 Tampa Bay. 7 shots to 8, so all tied up in shots, pretty close. About 8 minutes to go here in the first period. Yeah, I've slowed it down a little bit. Want to see a little bit more of the action. I can't keep up sometimes. Tampa Bay on the power play here. 4 minutes to go, first period. We go on the power play, and we're going to get nothing out of that. So Vasilevsky's doing a good job between the pipes. That's going to do it for the first period, a 1-0 Tampa Bay lead. Let's go ahead and roll right into that second period. Early on, second period, still a 1-0 Tampa Bay lead at home for them. Vasilevsky doing a great job. He stopped 12 of our shots so far. Simo not doing too bad. We go on the power play here now, and we're going to get nothing out of that one. It's about halfway through the second period. Shots are 18-15 in favor of Tampa Bay, and now they're starting to shoot the puck. Very disciplined game so far for us. Not too much in the way of penalties. And about 3 minutes left to go in the second period, and Taven Lamprey gets us the goal. Ties this baby up. It's 1-1 as we approach the end of the second period. 48 seconds to go. And yes, so thank you, Taven, for getting us that goal. It's 1-1 going into the third period here. These are big points. We need every point we can get to try to hold on to that playoff spot. About 15 minutes to go here in the third period. Time ticking away. We go on the power play, and Braden Walker gets us the power play, and Pichek gets us the goal. And the whale comes out, and we get 2 goals in the third. It's 3-1. Tampa Bay on the power play, and we're going to kill that one off. And Gergensons puts one past Simo. So 8 minutes to go. 3-2. This game is getting good here in Tampa Bay. 5 minutes to go. Tick, tick, tick. Let's go. Play some defense. Hold them off. And okay. So we are able to hold off the Tampa Bay Lightning, ending their win streak at 10 games. Excellent job from the team tonight. Just when we thought they were sluggish and weren't going to score any goals, the team came up big. We had that Braden Walker power play. We had the Taven Lamprey goal. And, of course, Pichek, who has just been on a heater, goes ahead and puts one between the pipes. Getting us the third goal of the game. Here's our 3 stars in Tampa Bay. How about Pichek with a goal and a hit? Gensel gets a second star with a goal and 1 hit. And Simo, who had only gave 2 goals on 33 shots and a .942 save percentage. So an excellent job from the team, getting us 2 points. Let's uncork the pen. Boom, that's 2. We asked for 6, and they start out good. And against a really good team, a team that was 10-0 in their last 10 games. So excellent job from the team here on the road, coming away with the win and getting us even more points as we try to clinch a playoff spot. All right, so welcome back into the studio as we are getting ready for tonight's game against the Detroit Red Wings at the Hartford Civic Center. So after a little bit of a road trip, we are back. We came away with a huge win on the road against Tampa Bay, a conference team, a game we had to win, a game we needed to win to get some points. So let's see where that puts us over here in the records. So in the standings, we're still in 4th. We've got 87 total points through 71 games, and it looks like we're holding on to a playoff spot pretty tight. So we just need to continue to win or at least get to overtime to kind of fend off the Panthers and the Blue Jackets at this point. I'm sorry, not the Blue Jackets, the Devils at this point. So again, just need to win or go to overtime. Win or go to overtime, getting either 2 or 1 point. So let's go ahead and take a look at tonight's game against the Detroit Red Wings. All right. They are 27, 43, and 4, 4, 5, and 1 in their last 10. Alex Lyon will be between the pipes for them. 22 games played, 4 wins, .896 save percentage, and a 3.63 goals against average. Between the pipes for the Whale tonight, you'll have DJ Gallegos, 22 appearances, 7 wins, a .907 save percentage, and a 2.92 goals against average. And one thing to remember about DJ, he's always kind of been in there on the other side of a back-to-back. The team is tired. The defense isn't always the greatest, so hopefully they can step up, give him a little bit of D, and try to get this boy a win in this game at home against the Detroit Red Wings. Straight-up matchups over here on the right. We're pretty much even in goals for per game. Goals against, our defense is better than theirs. Power play percentage, they have us there. In the penalty kill, look at our penalty kill, folks. We are out of the gutter. We're now 27th in the league instead of being 32nd. That's where the Detroit Red Wings are, bottom of the league. Team leaders, Kopp with 57 points and Mike Kelly with 89, inching closer and closer to 100 on the season. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and make our way inside the mall. Go ahead and grab yourself that orange Julius or that hot dog on a stick, maybe some nachos as you're making your way through the doors of the mall. And let's head into tonight's game against the Detroit Red Wings. All right, so here we are inside the first period. We get killed off of the power play. Oh, inching up on the halfway point of the first period. Not much happening. Shots just about even. It's 9-6, 11-7. 3 minutes to go. DJ's doing a pretty good job. All right, so that's the end of the first. Right into the second period now. DJ holding them off. He stopped 8 shots so far. Yeah, that our Oh, and I say that, and DeBrincat scores. The Cat with the goal. They go on the power play. And how about Braden getting another goal? So it's all tied up, and then Kane scores. So it's 2-1. Patty Kane with the goal. 3 minutes to go. Second period. Come on now. All right, folks, this is a game we have to win. This is not a very good team. These are the games we should be winning. 15 minutes to go in the third period. Nothing happening there on the power play. We go on the power play, and we are just shooting the puck. We got 30 shots so far in this game, and Lyon is doing a great job between the pipes. 3 minutes to go. Nothing happening. And, all right, so we come off of that crazy road trip, and we are going to drop one at home to the Detroit Red Wings. Lyon had a great night between the pipes. I'm sure he's going to be one of our 3 stars. DeBrincat and Kane had goals. DJ, you did a great job, all right? You did a great job. It was only 2 goals given up. We just could not score. And I think that's been kind of a trend when we have DJ between the pipes, just not getting that puck between the pipes past the goalie when he's between the pipes. And I like to say between the pipes, obviously. I've said it like 8 times here. But you know what I'm saying. Basically, we're not putting the puck in the net when we've got good old Deej in goal for us. Let's take a look at our 3 stars. 3 stars of the game. Of course, Kane, he had a goal, 0 assists. How about DJ? Yeah, we talked it up for DJ at the end of the game, and that's a good, definitely he deserves those 2 stars. Giving up 2 goals on 26 shots, and Lyon with a goal and 34 saves. So both goalies being recognized here, that's always good to see, as they both played very good games. So a tough loss at home. That's going to be a 0 on the board. We'll go ahead and write that one up there. And we get ready to roll into a game against Toronto, which we know is definitely going to be a tough one, a possible playoff matchup. So once again, solid game from DJ. Not a whole lot of scoring in this one. And that's basically where we have to leave it. So let's go ahead and make our way back into the studio and take a look at our next game against the Toronto Maple Leafs. All right, so welcome back in, coming off of that tough loss at home to the Detroit Red Wings. Again, one of those teams that we should be handling pretty quick, beating pretty good, but we're not doing that. All right, we're beating the good teams and losing to the teams that we should be beating. Kind of like watching real hockey, I guess. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk about Toronto, shall we? Toronto, 34, 31, and 9. They are 4-6 in their last 10, so they're kind of stumbling into the end of the season. Between the pipes will be Anthony Stolarz, 49 games played, 25 wins, .914 save percentage, 2.75 goals against. For Hartford, who's 40, 25, and 7, we'll have Simo between the pipes. Yeah, I said it again. The question is, how many times do I say it in an episode? She has been in goal for us 56 times. She has 33 wins and a .90 save percentage and a 3.03 goals against average. We take a look over here on the right side, and they've got us in goals for. We've got them in goals against, so our defense is pretty good compared to theirs. They're better on the power play. They're better on the penalty kill. And, of course, they've got Austin Matthews, who's got 99 points, 10 more than Mike Kelly, as he makes his way towards 100 on the season. So, Toronto, a very good team. Obviously not showing it here in their last 10, but a very good team and somebody that we could face if we do make the playoffs. So, let's go ahead and make our way inside the mall. We'll take a look at tonight's game against the Toronto Maple Leafs. All right, so here we are right inside the first period. 5 minutes gone, and Matthews puts one past Simo. It's 1-0 Toronto. They go on the power play. We kill that one off. They go on a power play again, and we kill it off. So our penalty kill doing a pretty good job. Mike Feeney with the goal. It's 1-1. Hartford has tied this one up, and that's going to do it for the first period. So thank you, Mr. Feeney. Thank you, Mr. Feeney, getting us a goal. That's a tie game now as we roll into the second period, and let's see some more offense out of this team. Come on, more offense. I want to see a 5-goal game. Toronto on the power play. A long power play there. We're about halfway through the second period, and John Tavares scores. And he scores again, so we're getting beat up by the former Islander. They go on the power play, and nothing there. So 3-1 Toronto as we make our way to the fourth period. Yeah. Anyway, as we make our way towards the third period, we're down 3-1. Simo's given up 3 goals in this contest. We have taken not enough shots as a team, and we have just that 1 goal from our defensive second line with Mr. Feeney. So hopefully we can get something going here in the third period. All right? Third period, rolling right along. We're about 5 minutes into it. 3-1 Toronto still holds the lead. Halfway through the third period, I'm not seeing anything. We're still not shooting the puck the way we should be. They go on the power play, and we're going to kill that one off. 3 minutes to go, 2 minutes to go, 1 minute. All right, so that's back-to-back home losses. A real struggle for us when we come back to the mall, especially coming off of a long road trip. So we're going to mark that up as a 0 on the board. We've got 3 more opportunities to get some points here in this episode. And our team lost this one 3-1 at home. Just not seeing a whole lot of passion, folks. We are not scoring goals the way we should be. And we know who we have on the team that can score. I don't even see my name popping up on there very often. But I'd love to see more out of that top line. The top 2 lines, really, as we continue to move forward with this episode. And the defense is just not stepping up, so we're not getting enough done for Simo. They're putting away too many shots on net. So let's go ahead and take a look at our 3 stars of the game tonight. Of course, Marner had 2 assists, so excellent job for him there. Good game for him there. Stolarz just gave up the 1 goal, had 22 stops. And John Tavares had 2 goals and an assist. So a good game there. Obviously, it's all blue, which we hate to see here in Whaler country. We don't like to see all blue on the board. It means we did not have a good game. So, and all this is going to be remembered when we start talking at the end of the season about who gets contracts and who stays. All right, who stays and who goes at the end of the season. And I probably don't even want to talk about that quite yet because we haven't even looked at the playoffs. If we get to the playoffs, at this rate, I don't think we deserve to be in the playoffs. Oh, that's right. I just said that. So let's go ahead and make our way into the studio. We'll take a look at our next game against the Buffalo Sabres. All right, everyone. Welcome back in, coming off of that loss to the Toronto Maple Leafs 3-1 at home. We stay at home All right, we're taking on the Buffalo Sabres. And for anyone who's been paying attention, we're going to be taking on Mr. Fetto, who was traded to the Sabres at the trade deadline. So the 26, 41, and 6 Sabres are 4, 5, and 1 in their last 10 games, not having the best stretch of games. Then again, neither are we here in this episode, at least. So hopefully we can hold them off and try to get another 2 points as we try to get 6 here in episode number 10. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen will be between the pipes for the Buffalo Sabres. He's got 55 games played, 17 wins, and a .91 save percentage, giving up 2.94 goals against. And we'll have DJ between the pipes for the Whale at home at the Hartford Civic Center. 23 games played, 7 wins, .90 save percentage, and a 2.88 goals against average. So he's actually played pretty good. Again, we just don't score when we have the man in net. So we need to get some goals tonight. I'm calling you all out, everybody. I don't care what line you're on. All right? We want to see some out of Morgan. We want to see Keller. We want to see Lamprey, Kelly, Pichek, anybody. Somebody put the puck in the net and help DJ in this game. Straight up matchups, we've got them in, looks like every category except for penalty killing, which ours has actually gotten better since we made the trade with Buffalo. So thank you, Buffalo. Hopefully we can utilize some of that defense in this game to keep them from putting the puck in the net, right? Obviously, which is the idea. So let's go ahead and make our way into the Hartford Civic Center and take a look at tonight's game against the Buffalo Sabres. All right, so here we are inside the 4th game of the episode. So far, we've only got 2 points. And how about Blake Sant coming up big on the power play? All right, I told the team I want goals from somebody we haven't seen, and then Greenway gets a goal. Every time I get excited, I swear. It's all tied up, 2 minutes to go, and that's going to do it for the first period. And let's go ahead and roll right into that second period, shall we? Yes, we shall. On the power play, Buffalo can't score. 15-12 in shots, 1-1 tie game. Not much happening. Here we go again on a power play. Shots are dead even right now. Dead even. And Blake Sant gets a second goal of the game. And then Dahlin ties it right back up. So this is a 2-2 game. 2-2 game here heading into the third period. All right, boys, come on now. Reach deep down, okay? We already lost to Detroit in this episode. We don't want to lose to Buffalo with a losing record. We need to come up with a win here. We need the points. I don't even care if it goes to overtime. I just want a point. Get me a point, all right? 1 point. All right, here we go in the third period. Who's going to come up big? Power play for Buffalo, and we're going to kill that off. Thank you very much, defense. We got about 10 minutes to go here, and we go back on the power play. Buffalo does. We're going to kill that one off. So we're coming up big. We're holding them down. We go on the power play, and we get nothing. 2 minutes to go. 1 minute. And we're going to go to overtime. All right? So I said it. Get me a point. I don't care how. I really don't care how. All right? That gets us 1 point on the board. That's all we really need in the episode. Just keep getting points. Ties, overtimes, I don't care. Just get me points. Let's go ahead and jump into the overtime, shall we? All right, so controllers down, 2-2 inside the mall. We're taking on the Buffalo Sabres. Kelly to Serge. Sergio goes all the way across the ice, and Pichek tried to... Oh, no. Go get him, Serge. Go get him, Serge. Oh, and what a stop, Deej. Wow, that was a bad pass. All right, so we're going to have to chase this one down. Oh! Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, DJ, thank you. Pichek, Ibarra, Kelly, all alone, coming down the ice. Oh, and he gets stopped. Oh, my Lord. This has been back and forth. Get him, Serge. Oh, and he levels him. No shot. Oh, come on. Was that Fetto? Was that Fetto with the goal? I think we just got beat by Fetto, folks. All right. What a game. So we got the point. Okay, Mike, settle down. Settle down. Got a little excited there in the overtime. It was like back and forth, back and forth. Nobody really stopping to set or anything. It was just pass, 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 pass. A couple of bad passes, especially Pichek. One bad pass trying to go all the way across the ice. That pass ended up being picked off. And then I'm pretty sure, all right, it all happened really fast, but I'm pretty sure that was Feddo that beat us in that game. Okay? And if it was, that's just karma, isn't it? Isn't it? We traded him, and the dude comes back and whips us in an overtime. If that was him, I'm pretty sure it was him. I'm pretty sure it was. Let's go ahead and take a look at our 3 stars, shall we? All right, 3 stars of the game. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, he gave up 2 goals in the game. All right, so a good game from him on 28 saves. Blake Sant, how about him? All right, we called out the rest of the team, said, give me goals. I said, gimme, gimme, gimme. And Blake Sant went out there and got me 2 goals. So thank you very much, Blake Sant. DJ Gallegos with, actually, you know what? He had a good game. We saw him in overtime. He was stopping pucks. All right, they took 38 shots in this game, and he stopped 35. So again, it's just a matter of the team not scoring to help the guy. We put him in between the pipes in the net, and he just doesn't get the offensive support that he needs. So hopefully we can get some of that going. The team has been really, really flat in this episode, really not getting a whole lot of goals. Going to uncap the pen. We're putting a 0 up on the board here. That's 3 losses in a row. Detroit, Toronto, and Buffalo. So we've got Anaheim coming to town. We've got Montreal coming to town. So hopefully we can get a couple of wins here in the next 2 games. All right. So welcome back into the studio, coming off of that exciting game against Buffalo. Exciting. Well, it was a loss, but it was an overtime loss, and it was a point. So we got a point, and I gave us 0. Okay, and that's not fair. We did get the 1 point there. So we've got 3 in the episode. Not too bad. Let's go ahead and take a look at our record over here on the right side. And as you can see, through 74 games, we've got 88 points. And we're pretty well ahead right now. Okay, we're 7 ahead of the Panthers, who are in that last wild card spot. So I think we're holding on here with about 8 games left in the season. So let's hope we can continue to do that. Now is not the time for a losing streak. And we've got 2 losses and an overtime loss in this episode. So let's go ahead and take a look at tonight's game. All right, we're taking on the Anaheim Ducks. All right, and we're actually in Ducks country. So I record this in Ducks country. I've been to quite a few of their games. Love going up to the Honda Center for a game. But tonight they're coming to us. All right, they're coming to the Hartford Civic Center to take on the Whale. So John Gibson will be between the pipes for the Ducks. In 36 games played, he has 7 wins, so a tough season for John Gibson. .895 save percentage and a 3.55 goals against average. In case you can't tell, with their 19-46-8 record, this has been a tough year for the Ducks. The Hartford Whalers are 40-26-8, currently holding on to a playoff spot by about 6 points. So we're holding on to our playoff spot. We're 5-3-2 in our last 10. We have played horribly in the last 3. I'm not going to lie, okay? And you know what? We deserved to get beat by Mr. Feddo at the end of that last game. Totally deserved it. We are not looking like the team that we were in Episode 8 and Episode 9 after making that deal. So DJ will be between the pipes in this one. He's 24 games. He's got 7 wins. So we're going to get to see him in back-to-back games. How about that? We haven't seen that at all this year. We may have, but I don't recall. Oh, yeah, we did. I'm sorry. Take that back. When Simo was out with the injury early in the season, we did get to see DJ for a couple of games. We also saw that minor leaguer guy play 1 game. So, all right. Sorry, I just yelled into the microphone. Anyway, so here's where we are in the straight-up matchups on the right. We've got them in goals for. We've got them in goals against. We've got them in the power play. Our penalty kill is better than theirs, and Mike Kelly has scored 39 more points than Leo Carlson. So we've got these guys, all right? I don't want to sit here and talk about how we should, okay? We don't should. We don't should. Yeah, I just said that. No, we need. This is not a matter of should. This is a matter of need. All right? We need points. We need points. So this is a team to go out and get points against. Even if we go to an overtime, I don't really care. All right? A point is a point. get us some points. With that being said, let's go ahead, grab our Orange Julius, our hot dogs on a stick, and make your way inside the mall for tonight's game against the Anaheim Ducks. All right, so here we are, about 18 minutes left in the third. I just went right through the whole game. We go on a power play in the first. All right, we've taken 8 shots. We're back on a power play and another power play, and they killed it off. So Anaheim holding us off here in the first period. 2 minutes to go, and that's going to do it for the first period. Shots 11-7 in favor of Hartford. Anaheim's defense coming up big there. We roll into the second period. We go on the power play again, and McTavish scores. He puts one past DJ. Anaheim goes on the power play. It's 1-0 Anaheim. Mike Kelly comes up with a goal. There we go. We go on the power play again and get nothing. 6 minutes to go in the second period. Rolling right through it. And Strome puts one in. So it's 2-1. And that's going to do it for the second period. So McTavish and Strome score. Mike Kelly gets a goal. It's 2-1 in favor of Anaheim as we roll into the third period. And they are right there with us in shots. So I'm not really sure what's going on with this team, but we are not scoring. Rolling right through the third period quickly. Can somebody give me a goal to tie this thing up? And yes, Jimmy! How about Jimmy? I love it. All right, so thank you, Jim. Thank you for coming up big towards the end of the game. He puts one past Gibson with 4:14 to go in the third. This game is tied. That's a guaranteed point. That's what we need. I think it's going to get us to 90. Not really sure. It might get us to 90 on the season, which, again, is getting us closer and closer to locking in that playoff spot. So thank you, Jim, for that third period goal. And let's go ahead and jump in and take a look at the overtime against the Anaheim Ducks. All right, controller down. 2-2 tie again in overtime. Pichek takes it. Oh, nice move to Kelly. Oh, he couldn't put it past him. Pichek had a heck of a move right there. I've never seen him do that before. All right, here he comes. Pichek, Kelly, Serge with the one-timer, and he gets nothing. Come on, get it. Go get it, Serge. All right, so they pass it out. Pichek, and that's going to be icing. So Sergio gets ripped on this one. Good stop by Gibson. All right, so here we are. Mike Kelly, third in the league in hits. How about that? All right, so here we are coming off of that stoppage. And we got Kelly and Pichek still out there. Carlson bringing it up. McTavish with the puck. He's got a goal in this game already. Serge gets the puck back, gives it to Kelly. Here it comes, down the ice all alone. And, oh, he missed it. Oh. Pichek gets taken down. Kelly gets the puck back. Pass it. No, he shoots it instead. 1:30 to go in overtime. Kelly gets the puck back. He's been out there for a while. DePaul with the puck. Shoots it. That was a weak shot. Braden's out there now. Oh, Carlson. Oh, Braden with the puck. Here comes Walker. Walker to Jimmy. Jimmy to Paul. Paul Walker. Oh, no, Paul Walker. No, not Paul Walker. Darren Paul to Walker. All right, here's Paul. Oh, my goodness. He ran him over and he put it in the net. Come on, dude. All right, so what a game at home. Another overtime loss. All right. We took the L against Buffalo in the last one in overtime. Feddo had that goal. In this one, it looked like McTavish getting the goal. And I'm not really sure what happened there. It looked like Paul just knocked him on his butt, and then he just kind of pushed the puck past DJ. It's almost like DJ wasn't ready, like he was caught off guard on that one. So, a lot of good shots there. We saw Gibson make that huge stop on Serge on the one-timer there in overtime. So we just didn't have it. We did not have it. Only able to put up 2 goals in that one. And again, the team is not scoring, and they're not scoring at the wrong time. Yeah, we want to get be not scoring early in the season, not at this point in the season. We definitely need to get something going here as we make our way through the last 7 games of the year. All right, so here's a look at our 3 stars of the game. Jim Lamoureux, who tied it up to send us to overtime. He had a goal and a helper. Mike Kelly had a goal and a helper. And yeah, I agree with this one. Gibson, who obviously his stats don't show it, don't reflect it on the year, hasn't had the greatest year with this team, but the man had a great game here and made one huge stop, especially in the overtime, stopping that blistering one-timer from Sergio that could have basically ended that game. So excellent game. It was a very good game, definitely entertaining to watch, and good to see our team kind of get to – it was good to see our team. Okay, a lot of times we just see the Sims and we don't get to see the players. So, again, good to see them. But that's only 1 point, okay? So we asked for 6 in the episode. We've got 4 in the episode, which means we have to win this game against Montreal. So who's going to be hungry enough to come out and score the puck and get us a win against the Montreal Canadiens? All right, so I went ahead and took a look at our injuries, and because I keep seeing how Simo hasn't been in the games. It's almost like the coach has lost total faith in her ability to stop a puck. So we've got DJ, as you can see here. DJ will be in between the pipes for this game against the Montreal Canadiens at home here in Hartford. So also on the injury list, we saw that Connors, he's still out till the 28th of the month with those bruised ribs. So we're not going to get him back in this episode. We did get Feeney back in the last episode. He had a goal earlier on in this one. So, yeah, this has been a little bit of a disappointing episode. Disappointing series for us. Only getting 4 points in the 5 games so far. I really thought we'd get more, especially with Detroit and Anaheim, and even Buffalo. I think that should have been 6 points right there. Instead, we only get 2. So a pretty disappointing performance from the team. So hopefully we can get more out of them in this game. This is a very important game against the Montreal Canadiens. All right, their record doesn't show it. They're not a bad team. You can see, except for their goaltending, not exactly the best. But they've played pretty well, and they played well against us. So we want to see a little bit more out of our team in this game. All right, none of this 1 goal, 2 goal, let's go to overtime thing. I want goals. I want lots of goals in this one. All right, and I want to get the win because we need 2 points to get us to 6 on the episode and see where we are. So let's go ahead and we're going to take a look and see where we are in the records, in the standings. So through 75 games, we've got 89 points. All right, so if we get the win here, that's going to get us to 91 points. I think we've pretty much locked in our playoff. Okay, we're at 89. The Panthers are at 81. They've got 8 games to go. We've got 7 games to go. So I think we've locked ourselves into a wild card spot as long as we can continue to play halfway decent. Okay. The only thing is we don't want to play the Hurricanes, so we got to continue to hold those Panthers off. So, all right, let's go ahead and take a look at tonight's game, shall we? We've got the Montreal Canadiens coming to town. They are 27, 44, and 8. They're 2-6-2 in their last 10. Between the pipes for them, they'll have Samuel Montembeault, 59 games played, 20 wins, .899 save percentage, and a 3.46 goals against average. In the net for us, we'll have DJ again, 25 games played, 7 wins, .908 save percentage, and a 2.87 goals against average. Now, I'm not really sure why we're holding on to DJ in the net again. And this is on a back-to-back coming off a loss to the Ducks. But maybe he's holding off. Maybe the coach is holding off to have Simo when we head to California to take on the Ducks and the Kings here in the next episode. So maybe that's what's going on. Not really sure exactly what's happening, but we're going to see DJ again. Our record is 40, 26, and 9. We're 5-2-3 in our last 10, so it hasn't been the greatest performance, like I said earlier. Over here on the right, straight-up matchups, we have got them in all the categories. So yay us. Excellent job. We're going to a game where we're actually better than a team, with the exception of the last game, which we ended up losing. Team leaders, Suzuki has 71 points, and Mike Kelly now has 92 points. So he is eight short of 100. All right. That was a goal we had set for him actually early in the season. So hopefully we can see him get to 100 points. That would be excellent. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and strap in, buckle those seatbelts. All right. We need 2 points big time here. This is huge. We need 2 points in this game to get to 6 on the episode and reach our goal. All right. The Detroit, Toronto, Buffalo, Anaheim trains have come right past the station and ran us right over in the last 4. We need a huge win here against the Montreal Canadiens. So let's go ahead and make our way inside the Hartford Civic Center for tonight's game. All right, so here we are in the first period. We go on the power play and we get nothing out of it. About 10 minutes to go in the first period. 0-0. One of our main rivals, the Montreal Canadiens, 7-5 in shots. Montreal with the lead. DJ doing a halfway decent job here in the first period, stopping 9 of their shots. We roll into the second period. Not a whole lot of action. Pretty uneventful there in the first. And Braden gets us a goal. Thank you, Braden. Who else is going to score? It's a 5-on-4 power play there for Montreal, and that gets killed off. 5 minutes to go. 3. All right, and we're going to get through the second period, and yes, we're going to hold on to that 1-goal lead, rolling right into the third. We're just rolling right through this thing, and Gulli scores on Gallegos, so it's 1-1. All right, no more overtime games, please. I don't want to see another overtime game. Somebody give me a goal. No, not you, Kirby Doc. I need somebody from the and Jack Eye scores. So it's 3-1 with 6 minutes to go. And this is awful. This is dreadful, folks. Okay. This is, I think, the worst episode of the season here. Okay. We wait till episode 10 to go completely flat and fall completely on our faces. Completely on our faces. This is horrible, folks. We take a 4-1 loss, all right? Detroit, Buffalo, Anaheim, Montreal, losing record teams, and we're losing to them. And we're losing to them on our home ice. And the coach is starting our backup goalie over and over again. I don't know what's going on, all right? It's like I'm in the twilight zone. All right? It's like we're in the upside down. Things have changed here in this episode, and I'm really not liking it. Let's go ahead and take a look at our 3 stars. Yeah. Oh, look at Braden gets a star. Good for you, Braden. He gets 3. I'm sorry, 3. He's our 3rd star. Excellent job, Braden. You had the goal. All right, you had the 1 goal of the game. So good job there. Kirby Doc is a 2nd star, and of course Montembeau. All right, give that guy a star. Give him a gold medal. Give him $1 million. All right, he played a great game, and we like to make some of the guys who in this sim are not playing their best in goal. We love to make them look super stellar. All right. Our team is definitely struggling right now. This is not the way we want to end the season. So we need something big to happen in episode number 11, folks. All right. If we're going to hold on to that playoff, we need to go into the playoff with a little momentum. We cannot go into the playoffs like this, where we are going to get absolutely worked. All right, so here is where we stand inside the Atlantic Division after this absolutely terrible episode. Right, we came away with only 4 points in the episode. We had that win against Tampa Bay on their home ice, and then we had the back-to-back overtime losses against Buffalo and Anaheim, losing to Mr. Feddo, who we traded earlier, and then he came back and just stuck it to us on our home ice. So we take a look at our record here through 76 games. That's leaving us 6 games in the season. We have 89 points, okay? We are holding off the Panthers. They are 5 points behind us, and we need to continue to hold them off to avoid that playoff matchup with the Carolina Hurricanes. Okay, we don't want the Carolina Hurricanes in the first round of the playoffs. So here's a look at the current Eastern Conference standings. So we just saw the division. We saw where we stand there. Not a whole lot of room for us to move around there, okay? Boston is way ahead of us. They're about 10 points ahead of us. The Carolina Hurricanes are way ahead of everybody. So we kind of are where we are. I don't even think we're making a move on third place. So we're fighting for that wild card spot and trying to keep the Florida Panthers away from us enough to not have to play the Hurricanes. So basically, as it stands right now, if the playoffs were to start today, we would be taking on the New York Rangers. So that would give us an opportunity, even though they whipped us 10-0 in that one game, but we came back and beat them. That's been a back and forth. So that's the matchup we want. So in the next 6 games, we're going to have to play well enough to stay where we are and keep Florida back, okay? Florida's just 5 points behind us as we make our way into the next episode. All right, folks, so that's where we're going to leave it here in episode number 10. We made it through 10 total episodes. It's been a whole lot of fun. Unfortunately, we didn't see a whole lot out of the team here in episode number 10, but we did manage to hold off the Florida Panthers a little bit. They actually did gain some ground. They're 5 points behind us now. I think they were 7 when we started the episode. So the team is holding on for dear life. All right? Almost like in that movie Cliffhanger, they're holding on for dear life from falling and losing that playoff spot, because we do not want to be playing the Carolina Hurricanes. Carolina Panthers. That's the wrong sport, dummy. Okay, that's football. All right. Anyway, we don't want to be playing the Carolina Hurricanes in the first round, because that'd be like running uphill for this team. And the way that we score, we wouldn't beat them. And the way that they score, basically they could beat us in the first game and it would be over. So anyway, once again, a whole lot of fun being here. Would love to see more out of the team. As we move into the next couple of episodes, hopefully we'll get to see a playoff run in episode number 12 and episode number 13. We'll also see what happens with contracts and who's going to get signed, who's not going to get signed, who's going to ask for money, what kind of money. So it's really going to show us who's who and what they think they deserve. And basically we're going to be able to judge and say, you know what, you worked hard, you scored, you definitely gave something to the team, so we're going to be able to give something back to you. We only have a couple of players on the team who are signed and locked in, all right? And so it's going to be interesting to see who's asking me for what and how this team really looks in the next year. So once again, thanks for checking in. Make sure to like and subscribe, all right? Put notes down in the comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say as we continue to move on in this quest to see the Hartford Whalers make their way into the Stanley Cup playoffs here in our first season in the GMC. So with all that being said, thanks for coming into the cave, and make sure to join us next time for episode 11.